Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better. Today we're continuing to test our 6-star Ahri, and we're trying a couple of the different relics that we're not quite sure how well they're going to work with Ahri, especially at her 6 stars. So we have Black Shield and then also the Spectral Scissors, and we're taking this into the 5.5 weekly nightmare, which is kind of the hardest weekly this week, especially with that Irelia mid-boss. So it'll be interesting to see how this kind of a little bit more random build shapes up against such a difficult challenge. All right, let's get into it. I think we can try, let's maybe go for a scissors build and see how that does. Now again, scissors is going to have the positive and negative that the unit you're recalling, since the ephemeral gets the strike off, is going to die, so it's not going into your hand. So often with Ahri, you're comboing your units together where you're recalling them and then playing them again for free. Not really going to be happening because you're going to be sacrificing a lot of your units with this, but it is just giving you more flat out damage, and then you don't have your units crowding up your hand. So it definitely is a positive and a negative, but it does make you more aggressive in the early game. Yeah, I think we'll probably stick with the Fear Cleaving Axe because it is really good. I think we'll stay away from Essence Theft. While it isn't bad, we can try one without her Epic Relic. Do you want to go for Cease and Desist again? I do feel like actually going for Black Shield wouldn't be bad to really just protect your units, and then every time you play them again, they are still safe. So I do think Black Shield could be solid for Ahri. Black Shield, you're thinking the same thing. Cease and Desist, it is really good, but we did try it earlier. I think we'll try Black Shield just to change things up a bit. And yeah, again, for anyone who wasn't here earlier, we have the pretty much full constellation done with all of the bonus nodes, other than all the gemstones. So yeah, here are all the different powers. I don't know if I want to do the 5.5. Sure, I guess we'll go for it. This build isn't going to stand up nearly as well as our last one. Our last one would have been fine for tackling it. This one, don't really know, but sure, let's go for it. The power in Challenger is not bad. Allies have Overwhelm. It is nice. Radiant Party will be better because we will be doing a lot more Nexus damage. Although, to be honest, I say Overwhelm could be good. The enemy is often going to have such massive blockers that we might not be getting that much damage in. A lot of our damage is probably going to be either from elusives or the Nexus Strike. Yeah, Overwhelm actually might not give us too much damage. They have Poros summoned every round. They're constantly getting buffed up. I think we'll actually reroll. Try to get something a bit better. So Hallowed. That wouldn't be bad because we are going to have a lot more units dying, and this would buff up our Ahri. She'd be able to kind of get a double benefit from it because she can strike and then strike again, potentially striking like 6 times. But while this wouldn't be bad, this would be a very much scaling power, and we really need something for the early game because this is going to be rough. Prey is really nice, and Enfeebling Strike is solid. I think we'll go for the Prey. It's just so good with Ahri. Spay. Let's get rid of the Maker. I think we'll hold on to the rest. Yeah, I think the build we're going with is going to get kind of countered by this modifier, so we might actually get shut down here. I don't have the highest of hopes, fortunately.
Wild hearts should run free.
Alright, so here this is going to be good and bad because we're going to recall this, but then it's going to die, so we're not going to be able to play it again. So we're going to run out of units to play. But that is a solid amount of damage. Alright, we'll be able to play a Charm, recall our Ahri, and actually end. GG. I think let's go for Gruesome Theater. It is going to be difficult to play, but it is a 1 cost. We get it in our opening hand. I like it better than these. Done this with my 5-star Ahri. Irelia left me with 1 HP, almost cried if I died to a blade dance. Yeah, it happened to me before. All right, so free attack, scout. So that means this would give us a rally. Not bad. We have Leona, Senna. So this would be a 1-cost drain 2, which isn't bad. This is normally not going to kill units. It would give us some sustain, but I kind of feel like normally we're not going to play it. The problem is none of this is really helping our early game. So like this right here is solid, being able to have scout, barrier, and quick strike. And we could recall this and play it more. We could reroll here and try to find more early game units, but I think we'll stick with this. All right, chamber, solitary monk. We have black shield. I think we're gonna avoid the Chempunk Shredder. I think this one can crash your game, which we don't really want to have it happen again. So I think we'll go over here for the Jagged Butcher. All right, Droplet, Pathless. Let's get rid of Grizzled and also Pathless. Yeah, the Husks is so good for Ahri.
The forest and I are one.
All right, we'll drop our Dancing Droplet. So we'll be attacking with triple elusives, and that'll be getting a lot of damage down. All right, so once again, we can recall our Ahri and actually have enough to end before they can get their first attack in. Now, we could also drop our Warden to get a rally here, but I mean, this is going to be a lot better. GG. I'll go for children. Yeah, solid. Gives us units, gives us a recall. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go for the item chest. Draw one is decent. Mana cost on this, because like this is actually going to be pretty hard to play sometimes. I think let's go for the Sprite Dance. But Dancing Droplet would also be pretty good here. With the 4 attacks, they summon an exact ephemeral copy of the weakest unit. Tactician, Shop. Let's go for the Shop and try to get a power. Now we do have our spell shield, so that is going to reduce down Lord Broadmane. Sure, let's try to go here. All right, let's get rid of all of these. Again, holding on to Quinn to increase our odds of drawing Ahri. It is really nice that we actually start with the attack token now, because them being able to attack first thing would be pretty rough. And yeah, Scissors is definitely pretty scary here. It's giving us a lot of damage round 1.
I have my orders.
But if they are able to attack, we have nothing other than our Ahri. All right, so right here, they'll be able to block this. But getting rid of some of their units early isn't the worst, because at least then they're not scaling up. So not great, but yeah, we're not going to be able to end.
Fang's turn.
All right, so there goes our spell shield.
Go on, Fang. Just like I taught you.
So we could avoid it with our Sprite Dance, but I think we'll actually let this go through and then potentially drop a charm to recall our Ahri, because her being stunned's not a big deal. All right, so we can then drop her here. And then let's try to reduce down the damage we're taking, as well as work on finishing them off. So we'll drop a Sprite Dance next round, and that'll be game. All right, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
Too slow.
GG. To play me, recall an ally. Start a free attack challenging an enemy. I think we'll actually go for the Conspirator. Alright, I would really like to get Icker. Ah, sad. Still good though. We could try to dump a bunch of rerolls to get something stronger. I mean, just drawing 2 at the start of the game is pretty nice though. But we are about to hit up Irelia, which is rough. Yeah, I think we'll try to get something a little bit stronger. Summon a 2-cost unit from your deck. So that's going to hit Ahri, Mr. Root, or the Blade Scout. So Ahri or Mr. Root would both be good. Conspirator is a play effect, but it's still another elusive unit. So having another unit on the board for some more damage, I think that's fine. Yeah, I think let's not bother with anything else. We have 31 health. So we could cut a card, could try to heal up a little bit. Irelia does put down a ton of damage. I think let's get rid of the Grizzled Ranger, though. Let's go for Irelia. Let's get rid of Pathless. I think we can hold on to the rest. Yeah, 1 2 skins for the whole battle pass. Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad. Nice. So one, we got our Mr. Root, which is good, and then our Ahri is going to be able to get elusive.
The forest and I are one.
Shoulder set, blade sharpened, plant that lead foot.
Don't worry, I've danced this 100 times.
I hate Irelia so much. Sure, let's drop this here. Let's go ahead and attack like this. Get some solid damage down.
Too slow. I love being a meaningless pawn. I hope you're excited to die too. Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
So we could use Sprite Dance. I think let's actually use her Charm,
A whisper in the woods.
because we're going to try to play her next round and then use a Sprite Dance to end. So we just need them to develop and not open attack. Wow.
Fight for the first lands!
Wild hearts should run free.
All right, we're fine. But that was very, very close. But we didn't need the heal, not even close. Oh, man. We'll go for Farsight just to make sure we get our Ahri. All right, we were able to clear Irelia. That's potentially the toughest fight this time. When an ally dies, grants its power to a unit in hand. Still have Crush, which could be okay. Reunited is solid. Inheritance is really good. The one issue is that we need to end these games fast. And Inheritance is something that is better the longer the game goes on. So I think we won't really be able to utilize it. We could go more for the Crush. We have been having situations where their units aren't that big. So in our first couple rounds, we are losing some damage when we get blocked. So yeah, we could go for more rerolls. I think we will go for the Crush, though. Slot bot, healer. I think we'll go for the healer to try to cut a card. So yeah, let's go for Hearthguard. Let's get rid of the Maker. Even though we would draw an Ahri, having 2 means we have a really nice recall. Yeah, I think we'll actually hold on to it. Let's drop our Ahri.
I'll see all this world has to offer.
The spell shield is very nice. especially the fact that we can trigger it multiple times. They normally don't play that unless they have the other one, so while we could play a second unit, I think let's just attack and get as much damage as possible. It is nice here that they kind of can't block because we do actually have that overwhelm. I think let's go for children so we can go for the poor snacks. This is fast, so we could use it in response to what the enemy does, though. Yeah, so I think we'll hold it off. We're recalling our Ahri here. That way we can play our Pathless for free. And then we'll drop Ahri next round.
A foe. Can see the Damascian border from here.
Ahri, what can you fight against?
Bet you want me to say my name.
Alright, so here we can use both of our recalls, have both of them strike the Nexus, and this should be game. GG. Here we don't really want, we don't want more copies of a champion that's not our Ahri. Crown Guard is hilarious to be able to constantly get a rally going, but we're never going to get to 8 mana, so this is kind of pointless. So I guess we'll just, by the process of elimination, go for the Hunter. We might just cut it here. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 costs of pretty much everything other than our Sprite Dance, which we don't want to cut. So yeah, let's just get rid of the Hunter. All right, shop, let's see. A lot of stuff I do not want to get. Hey, look, deep cuts, finally. This should be a lot of fun. Let's go for the champion item. So, Yeti Yearling. I think we'll hold on to this. We like having a fast speed recall. We like having another cheaper recall. Cheap unit to potentially play. Alright, so we did get our Ahri, which is fine, but we generally like these buffs hitting her if possible. So yeah, we can drop our Sparring Student, it'll get buffed up a good amount. We could recall and replay our Ahri to get those buffs, which honestly wouldn't be the worst idea. Sure.
Be still.
So we got to play her for free, got a strike off, can drop her again.
I'll see all this world has to offer.
Let's go for Sparring Students. We can have another unit attack with us.
Like that.
And sure.
Too slow.
Alright, so let's do a solid amount of damage. We'll stack up the Ichor a bunch of times.
Some seek a path, others
Alright,
a fall.
solid. This is already at 12, so there's no way they can get rid of it.
Warm hearts and hot soups.
Alright, here we'll go for our Charm because it is focus speed. So they can't do anything to stop it. Drop our Ahri again.
You wear your cloak this day.
But not.
And now we can drop another one. And that's game. GG. So it is a 1-cost fast recall. So that's pretty good. Yeah, let's grab that. What do you think of big guns? It's just a little cooler Ludens, but it can't stack. Yeah, that's pretty much the best way to describe it. It's a better form of Ludens unless you can have a champion that can stack it up. That's the one case where you want Ludens. And 0 cost puts them on board. Yes, but it's more the fact that it's a fast speed recall that's cheap. That's kind of the big part for us. The putting on board is nice, but even if it didn't have that, we're still going to grab it. Okay, we'll go for Mana Deposit. That is nice. Let's go for Healer. I don't think we have too many copies of anything big. Could get rid of the Gruesome Theater, but into Lissandra, she might Frostbite us, so it might actually be playable. I think I'll get rid of the Maker. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of this one. All right, Lissandra. All right, let's get rid of this Conspirator, get rid of Gruesome Theater. I think we'll hold on to the charm.
I love being a meaningless pawn.
All right, solid. Let's drop our Ahri here.
I go where the winds blow. For now.
King of trolls coming through.
All right, I think let's actually play some of these to try to keep buffing her up so our attack can be a bit stronger,
Be still.
especially since we can keep playing her for free.
I'll see all this world has to offer.
We do have a retreat. We have our children of the forest, so I think we could actually play this here, just so we can try to fill out our board a little bit more. So we'll drop our Ahri, because again, we can play her for free. Fleeting return. Could drop another Mr. Root. Sure, let's drop this here.
Good. More fodder for a pointless struggle.
2 steps into moonlight.
Alright, so we can attack like this, get a ton of damage down. They can't really block anything.
I hope you're excited to die too.
And I think the Ichor is just going to end up killing them.
I love being a meaningless pawn. Yay!
Mr. Root is adorable. Alright, GG. Alright, still able to come away with the win there. I am actually pretty surprised. I thought that this type of build into this adventure would be rough, because this is kind of the hardest adventure this week with their crazy scaling and free units, but still able to consistently end very quickly. And while we got some nice upgrades, it wasn't like it was anything insane. Not like we got any legendary powers or anything like that. Yeah, I think Ahri is still very versatile, and yeah, still feels like a fantastic champion.